Key point 1. Understanding our dual minds. We often hear that we have two sides to our brains, the logical left and the creative right. This dichotomy has shaped our understanding of how we function for years. Allegedly, the right hemisphere handles instinctive reactions and artistic vision, while the left side governs logic, reason, and language. But what if this understanding was only half the story? In the 1950s, a revolution led by Professor Roger W. Sperry changed the realm of neuroscience forever. He challenged the status quo and found that the right hemisphere isn't just a silent partner to the left. It's essential in its own right. This part of our brain engages in holistic reasoning, interprets emotions, and identifies patterns. Creativity and emotions are only part of what it does. The right hemisphere helps us see the whole picture, giving us a helicopter view beyond language and linear logic. The real magic happens when we embrace both our logical and creative minds. Our brain hemispheres are never supposed to work in isolation. They're constantly communicating, bridging the gap through a network of nerve fibers. This interaction fundamentally shapes our thoughts, decisions, and personalities. Only when both sides of the brain cooperate can we truly understand the world around us, from complex language structures like irony and metaphors to simple acts of recognizing faces. The fusion of well-organized logic and expansive thinking makes us uniquely human. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll uncover how understanding and leveraging the power of both hemispheres can reshape our professional success and personal fulfillment in an era that increasingly values holistic thinking. So, are you ready to learn how your brain's two halves can come together to improve your life? Dive in and let's explore the untapped potential within us all. Key point 2. Balance your brain power. It's fascinating to see how the peculiarities of our brains subtly influence our lives. The way our left and right brains interact determines our learning styles, inclinations, and even career choices without our awareness. Naturally, some people lean more toward logical and systematic reasoning. These individuals, termed by Daniel H. Pink as left-directed thinkers, often find themselves drawn to fields like law, accounting, and engineering. In contrast, those with a tendency for holistic, intuitive, and nonlinear thinking are the right-directed thinkers. Due to these qualities, they find refuge in creative outlets and professions. They flourish in areas such as entertainment, counseling, and innovation. Historically, society has shown a clear preference, tipping the scales in favor of left-directed thinking. This bias is evident in the education system, where standardized tests like the PSAT, SAT, and GMAT reward methodical and logical thinking. These exams largely dismiss right-directed skills like empathy and artistry, favoring singular correct answers that emulate computer algorithms. Everyone can be creative in their own unique way. Facts, data, and digital computerization form the core of the information age, but times are shifting. As we transition from the information age into the conceptual age with a growing emphasis on creativity, the spotlight is now on right-directed thinking. This approach, once deemed secondary, is becoming even more critical in navigating our evolving world. The rise of this holistic thinking reflects the changing demands of our global environment. Asking why can lead to understanding. Asking why not can lead to breakthroughs. Daniel H. Pink. No longer is it sufficient to operate solely with logical precision. The modern age calls for creativity, empathy, and a broader worldview. While the information age favored knowledge, the conceptual age celebrates understanding, with right-directed thinking steering our journey into the future. Whether we notice it or not, this shift impacts our daily lives and has broader societal implications. Did you know? Poets can be considered modern-age original systems thinkers from a cognitive standpoint. They contemplate the world, interpret it, and express it in a non-straightforward way. Key point 3. The rising value of right thinking. Historically, the path to success had a specific formula. Excel in school, attend college, and pursue professions that promise stability and prestige. This strategy primarily catered to those skilled in math, science, or language, guiding them toward roles such as doctors, lawyers, or accountants. The renowned consultant Peter Drucker referred to these individuals as knowledge workers, professionals whose worth stemmed from their ability to process and apply theoretical knowledge. Even now, some parents still push their children to pursue careers as knowledge workers as they promise a more financially promising future. Indeed, the information age celebrated and rewarded such left-directed thinkers. Their methodical and analytical skills were the ticket to economic growth and individual success. However, the narrative is shifting as this age draws to a close. Diversifying your skill set can lead to unparalleled opportunities. Today, the marketplace is overflowing with specialists and experts, each offering their left-directed thinking skills. This saturation makes it challenging to stand out or add unique value. Thus, the attention is turning toward those who can think differently, the right-directed thinkers. Their skills lie in design, storytelling, empathy, and understanding the bigger picture. These individuals bring a creative flair, an ability to see connections, and a talent for holistic understanding that sets them apart. Change is inevitable, and when it happens, the wisest response is not to wail or whine, but to suck it up and deal with. Daniel H. Pink. While the foundational skills of left-directed thinkers remain essential, the rising demand is for those who can complement these skills with the unique qualities of right-directed thinking. The world demands a more extensive skill set than merely processing information. Now, professionals also have to offer skills related to understanding and creating with it. Thus, individuals equipped with a balanced blend of left and right brain aptitudes represent a unique skill set, carving their niche in a competitive career environment. Key point 4. What design reveals about our brains? Look around you. Everything you see, touch, and use is a product of design. From our smartphones' aesthetics to our chairs' ergonomics, design impacts every facet of our lives. At its core, design is the perfect combination of utility and significance, where functionality is as crucial as the emotional experience it evokes. As humans have a natural inclination to aesthetics, an individual using creative design effectively gains an edge over the competition. In the conceptual age, we now pay attention to appearance and design because those two deliver a message beyond factual information. Design is a perfect example of how our brains work, as it requires a harmonious balance between left-directed and right-directed thinking. While utility, the functional aspect, leans on a logical and systematic side, significance is rooted in emotional resonance and meaning, a strength of the right hemisphere. As quality and affordability have become commonplace in today's market, a unique combination of the two hemispheres can fulfill modern design's expectations. Good design is both beautiful and beneficial. Don Norman, a design researcher and specialist, once asserted, "Attractive things work better." This phrase perfectly captures the essence of modern design philosophy. Gone are the days when businesses solely competed on price or quality. In this age of abundance, companies recognize that to stand out, they must offer more than just functionality. The added dimensions of whimsy, beauty, and profound meaning have created a new competition stage. If you still doubt the unparalleled value of design, a revealing study from the London Business School will convince you. Results show that a company's sales and profits can surge by 3 to 4% for every percentage of sales invested in product design. This data underscores the importance of design-centric strategies in the corporate world. Companies that ignore their products' aesthetic and emotional facets risk trailing behind their competitors. As we navigate the conceptual age, it's clear that design goes beyond luxury. It's a necessity, shaping both products and the very markets they inhabit. For businesses and individuals alike, the message is clear. Embrace the art of meaningful design and watch as it unlocks doors to innovation and success. Key point 5. Storytelling in a fact-driven world. From ancient tales shared around campfires to modern-day cinema, storytelling is as intrinsic to our being as breathing. For centuries, storytelling has been a primary tool to comprehend our surroundings, make predictions, plan, and interpret our experiences. Cognitive scientist Mark Turner argues that most of our experiences, knowledge, and cognition are framed as stories, highlighting the innate storytelling function of the human mind. Learning from other fields and disciplines can spark creative insights. But here is the irony. Despite the information age's abundance of facts and data, storytelling often takes a back seat and is considered less important than hard facts. Many in society see stories as mere entertainment and facts as the foundation of our reality. However, this perspective contradicts our neurological predisposition. While isolated data might offer insights, narratives provide context, meaning, and a fuller understanding of the world. As cognitive scientist Roger C. Schank aptly stated, humans are designed more to grasp stories than to decipher pure logic. Consider this. A fact might inform you that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. But a story about a mountaineer who experiences slower cooking times at high altitudes due to decreased water boiling points not only educates but resonates on a deeper level, offering context and a relatable frame of reference. Facts can quickly become obsolete in an environment where information is overflowing. Thus, those who grasp the power of storytelling have a competitive advantage in their professional and personal lives. Practicing and advancing this skill means being able to communicate, influence, and make an impact. Businesses are catching on to this, realizing that narratives hold immense economic value. For context, consider storytelling's role in the U.S. economy. The tool of persuasion, which encompasses advertising, counseling, and consulting, accounts for a staggering 25% of the U.S. gross domestic product. This insight places a staggering $1 trillion valuation on the art of storytelling. As competition intensifies and markets saturate, stories set companies apart. People naturally connect with brands and products when introduced through narratives. But this shift towards storytelling doesn't negate the importance of analytical thinking. Instead, it complements it. Stories provide a lens through which abstract analyses become relatable and understandable. Embracing narratives paves the way for a more interconnected future, where both brain hemispheres work harmoniously and contribute to the overall story. Key point 6. Embrace the bigger picture. In earlier times, when the information age was at its peak, mastering facts and having an excellent memory were essential skills. But now, nearly every fact can be found with one click online. So, as times change, there's a shift from simply absorbing details to understanding interconnections between them with the help of critical thinking and seeing the bigger picture. Leadership requires both strategic planning and empathetic engagement. In today's conceptual age, success goes beyond knowing things. It requires understanding how they relate to formulate innovative solutions. While the past involved mastering specific components of a larger system, such tasks are now increasingly delegated to algorithms and AI in the 21st century. What's now invaluable is a skill that even the fastest computers struggle with: perceiving the intricate web of relationships and visualizing the bigger picture. A surprising research finding supports this shift, revealing that self-made millionaires often have dyslexia, a condition often associated with difficulties in linear thinking. Yet many individuals, like the innovative American investor Charles Schwab, attribute their success to their ability to visualize larger patterns. Their challenges with minute details force them to develop an intuitive grasp of larger systems, contributing to their unique way of thinking. Mastering the art of pattern recognition is an essential life skill. Whether aiming for entrepreneurial success or climbing the career ladder, understanding broader patterns and connections is indispensable. And this perspective extends beyond professional success. In an age of information overload and choice paralysis, stepping back to see life in a grander context can become the antidote. Recognizing value over noise helps make life more meaningful and less stressful. Seeing this broader perspective allows us to become better professionals and more content individuals. It enables us to engage with our potential, leading more fulfilling lives. Conclusion. As we ventured into the mystery of our brains, we unearthed a fundamental truth. A fulfilling life requires the synergy of both hemispheres, the methodical left and the creative right. Historically, the information age put left-directed thinkers on a pedestal. Their structured, logical approach was the engine driving businesses, academia, and general success. Standardized tests and educational models upheld this linear thinking. Yet, a remarkable shift occurred as the world transitioned into the conceptual age. With their intuitive and holistic mindset, the once overlooked right-directed thinkers took center stage. From the immense economic value of storytelling to the revolutionary importance of design, the power of seeing the bigger picture has never been more evident. This shift to integrating both hemispheres into our professional lives can open new avenues for growth and unleash talents deemed dormant. With the world drowning in information, it's no longer about how much we know, but how we connect the dots. Those with skills in discerning patterns, understanding nuances, and crafting meaningful narratives will be on top. And while the attributes of both brain hemispheres are invaluable, there is a rising trend of emphasizing their harmony. In essence, our focus has shifted from celebrating knowledge to championing understanding. To navigate these changes, strive to balance detail-oriented logic and holistic creativity. By harnessing the strengths of both hemispheres, we equip ourselves for a brighter, more insightful future. Try this. Kickstart your day with a creative exercise, like sketching or journaling, to stimulate your right hemisphere. Challenge yourself to approach familiar problems from new angles or perspectives. Share stories with friends and family, practicing your storytelling skills. Regularly step back from daily tasks and ask, what's the bigger picture? Surround yourself with diverse thinkers, merging both logical and creative insights.